Wild animal you want to know more about. Describe a wild animal that you want to know more about. You should say what it is, when you saw it, where you saw it, why you want to know more about it. If you want the full script of this IELTS Speaking cue card along with its Band 9 sample answer, just type full text in the comments below. I'd like to share with you one of the most fascinating and hilarious creatures I've ever come across, the sloth. Most people, when asked about interesting wild animals, would probably talk about lions, tigers, or elephants, because they're majestic and powerful. But for me, none of those animals can compete with the sloth, this sleepy, slow-motion superstar that has completely captured my attention. The very first time I saw a sloth was in a nature documentary, and honestly, I couldn't believe my eyes. What really grabbed my attention was the moment when the camera zoomed in and it literally took almost 3 minutes just to blink. I burst out laughing because I had never seen anything like that in my life. I mean, I used to think I was a lazy person, but compared to a sloth, I suddenly felt like an Olympic athlete running a marathon. In a strange way, it even motivated me. If a sloth can move at its own pace and still manage to survive in such a competitive environment, maybe I should take a leaf out of its book and not stress about everything so much. After that documentary, I became really curious. I started searching for more clips and videos on YouTube just to figure out how this odd creature actually manages to survive in the wild despite being so incredibly slow. The more I watched, the more fascinated I became. The sloth is known as the slowest animal in the world, and that's exactly what makes it unique. In the jungle, survival usually depends on speed, predators chase their prey, animals fight for food, and everything is about being quick and alert. And yet, the sloth does the complete opposite. It just hangs from tree branches, moving so slowly that algae grow on its fur. This greenish layer of algae actually acts as camouflage, helping it blend into the trees and hide from predators. So, what seems like weakness at first glance is actually one of its strengths. What also fascinates me is the idea behind its lifestyle. Maybe the sloth has actually figured out a kind of secret to life. By moving slowly, it saves energy, avoids unnecessary stress, and stays calm no matter what. In today's fast-paced world, where people are always rushing, multitasking, and burning the candle at both ends, the sloth almost feels like a wise teacher. Honestly, I would love to borrow that lifestyle hack because sometimes I feel overwhelmed by the speed of modern life. So overall, while many people might be fascinated by majestic or dangerous animals like tigers or sharks, I'd personally choose the sloth. It's strange, it's funny, and it's oddly inspiring. The more I learn about it, the more I start to appreciate the beauty of slowing down, taking things easy, and not always running against the clock. And who knows, maybe if I manage to learn from the sloth's example, I'll finally find a way to strike a balance between working hard, achieving my goals, and also giving myself enough time to relax and enjoy life. Phrases and idiomatic expressions. Come across, to discover, encounter something unexpectedly, majestic and powerful, common collocation used to describe animals, scenery, or impressive things. Can't compete with, not equal in quality or value to something else. Slow motion superstar, playful figurative phrase describing the sloth as famous for slowness. Captured my attention, strongly attracted my interest. Couldn't believe my eyes, extremely shocked or surprised by what you see. Grabbed my attention, caught my interest suddenly. Burst out laughing, start laughing suddenly and loudly. Never seen anything like that in my life. Expression of amazement or surprise. Felt like an Olympic athlete running a marathon. Hyperbolic comparison to stress how active you felt compared to the sloth. Motivated me, inspired me to take action. Take a leaf out of its book, learn from someone, something's example. Odd creature, figurative description of something strange or unusual. Manages to survive. Collocation used for animals or people overcoming challenges. What seems like weakness is actually one of its strengths. Proverb-like phrase meaning something negative can turn into a positive. At first glance, initially, when first noticed, figured out a secret to life, discovered an important truth, avoids unnecessary stress, collocation, very natural phrasing, stays calm no matter what, figurative phrase equals remains peaceful in any situation, fast-paced world, modern life where things move quickly, always rushing, multitasking, common collocations describing busy modern life. Burning the candle at both ends, working too much, exhausting yourself, feels like a wise teacher, metaphorical phrase comparing sloth's lifestyle to life lessons, lifestyle hack, modern idiom meaning a clever trick to make life easier, feel overwhelmed by the speed of modern life, collocation used to describe stress from too many demands, running against the clock, being in a hurry, pressed for time, take things easy, relax and not stress, slowing down, figurative, moving calmly, not rushing, strike a balance, find a middle way between two extremes.